Sue Moroney.
Sue Moroney.
Mr Speaker, that contribution was an interesting contribution from the member who spoke about the recent by-election that he was involved in botany, and I think it was interesting that he even talked about that when he was referring to early childhood education, because did that member freeze when he was at an early childhood education meeting during the by-election, and one of the people from his electorate got up and said, "Can you please explain to me how the funding is not being cut to early childhood education when we've had our funding cut at our centre?"
That's right.
And the member couldn't answer the question. But worse than that, that woman said to him, and as a result we've had to put up fees, and now 2 young boys who desperately need early childhood education, they are Pacific Island children, have been withdrawn by their parents because they can no longer afford the fee increases for our centre. And this person, this woman from that member's electorate, or it wasn't his electorate at the time but it is now, asked him to explain to her how that could be if his government hadn't cut the funding. He had no answer. He could not answer the question. And here he is today, getting up in this House and trying to pretend that that funding cut, which he said hadn't happened in the first place, has now somehow magically been reversed. Well, Mr Speaker, I am going to be very interested in going through blow by blow to make sure that the New Zealand public understand the smoke and mirrors that is going on with this government and their so-called investment in education, because it won't stand up to any level of scrutiny. And the Minister knows that, and so do all of her colleagues who have gone suddenly very quiet. Perhaps they've gone quiet because they want to know what the real story is in education, because they don't believe it themselves. They know that it's not true, that it can't possibly be true, that there's been suddenly a whole lot of money found for education. Well, the truth is that there hasn't. And I'll get on to that. I probably think I'm going to have to get on to that after the dinner break.
Sorry to interrupt the honourable member. The time has come for me to leave the chair. This debate is interrupted. I shall resume the chair at 7:30.